Flight attendants are here to save your not kissing.
It is early on a travel day. I'm excited because I get to go to Promotions East to see some of my favorite promo peeps. And so today it's going to be a bit of a travel day vlog, but I'm also going to provide you some tips. My goal is to provide you a little value, as I always do. So some travel tips for business travel as we head to Atlantic City. And hey, if you're enjoying these videos, please feel free to subscribe and we'll keep them coming. But first, coffee. Sorry for the dark video, but early morning flights are early. But tip number one, I actually love early morning flights. Why? Because they tend to go off on time. You know, the airline industry is crazy right now, and the later in the day it gets, I think the more often there are delays. And so I like to get going first thing in the morning, so my 7 a.m. flight leaves at 7 a.m. Okay, it's early, but I made it to the airport, and that leads to my next tip on business travel. Get to the airport early. Now, this is especially interesting for me because we live about an hour and a half away from the Columbus airport, so makes it for an extra early morning. From my perspective, getting to the airport early makes business travel less stressful. It's the one thing that I can control. The other piece of advice I'd give you is if you can swing it, do the TSA Pre-Check. If you're doing any business travel, it just makes life so much less stressful. Next tip, when you can, take care and surprise and delight your flight attendants. They take care of you. I created these little pens that usually makes them smile. One last quick tip, headphones come in clutch. Next travel tip is, if you can, always get a direct flight. Do I have a direct flight today? No, I do not. Flying from Columbus through Chicago to Philadelphia, where I have to get transport down to Atlantic City. Other than that, it's perfect planning, but there's just no such thing as a direct flight from Columbus to Atlantic City, so I'm doing what I have to do.
Flight attendants are here to save your not kissing.
Made it to Philly. Now I gotta figure out transportation to Atlantic City. Just talked to my ground transportation, and apparently it's a limo. This wasn't a planned tip, but if you can get picked up with a limo, do that. Way to go, right? Oh, this is all right, man. I appreciate it. So this was an awesome surprise. SAGNY and the Promotions East folks have arranged for me to have this limo. It's more than I need and more than I deserve, but it's an awesome way to go from Philly to Atlantic City. So I'm excited about this. Let's head down the road. Okay, that was awesome. What a wonderful surprise. Let's get checked in. Okay, so I made it to my room. It was a full travel day for sure. Great room, great view, and I love to travel, but one of the things I found is that some of those little tips I've given along the way today have made travel more fun and a little less stressful for me. My final tip for you is whenever I get to wherever I'm going, I like to go for a walk, go for a run outside, so I get a lay of the land, get my body acclimated. And so that's what I'm gonna do right now.
and get ready for an amazing experience here at Atlantic City and for Promotions East. Hey, if you're enjoying these videos, feel free to subscribe to them and I will keep them coming. I hope they're providing you some value. See you next time.